Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel for this London apartment tour. In part 1, we toured Steph's entryway where she shared some tips storage. Then we did a living room tour where we got to see some of her beautiful home decor. Steph also shared with us how she created a desk space. And now in part 2, we will see how to create a dining room, look at some DIYs for the kitchen that are renter friendly, and finally we will tour the bedroom.
And what about the lighting in this space? One thing that I've noticed is once I came in, it's so bright, which I think contributes to this softness, joyfulness of the space.
Yeah, so when I was looking at flats, this one stuck out mainly because of the large windows, and where I'd lived before, it was quite a dark flat, and I think, the light definitely makes a difference to the mood. Even on a rainy day, it's still quite bright in here. It was a big factor for picking the place.
Do you have a favorite time of the day with the lighting in the home?
I think in the morning we get the sunrise, you get that golden glows, and the reflections are really pretty, and it's kind of makes mornings a bit more enjoyable.
Alright. We're now onto the dining space. I'm not getting tired to say it, so I'm just gonna say it. It's very beautiful. What was your process with this space?
I wanted to zone it out so it had its own dedicated area, and it made sense to keep it closer to the kitchen space, and there's this sort of tiny nook area. As it's just me and my boyfriend here, I wanted a dedicated space for us to eat as opposed to eating on the sofa or elsewhere. I think it's nice that you create space for meal times.
Yeah, that makes sense. And so do you cook a lot?
Because I'm vegan actually and my boyfriend's pescatarian, do quite enjoy making things from scratch. And we'll always eat dinner together, and even when I'm working from home, I like to make lunch, take time to come sit here. Almost not mindfulness, but it sort of links to mindfulness, that you're taking time out from what you're doing and not always looking at your phone or trying to multitask and eat.
What about tableware?
Before I lived here, it was never something I thought about. When I started living here, it just brings a bit of enjoyment to mundane meal times. Even just having something out all the time, the placemats and plants, or a vase with flowers and little decorative pieces. It just adds a bit of joy to something that could be quite boring.
So what about the furniture, right? Because I see the table, and actually the feet kind of reminds me of the lamp, in the pastel kind of thing. Where did you purchase it?
So the table is from a brand called Tiptoe, which I believe is a French brand. Actually, their focus is all on sustainability and modular pieces. You can sort of customize things to your taste, and this is actually made from recycled plastic. It gives that marble effect, but it's actually little tiny pieces of plastic. Just something that you'd notice when you look a bit closer. And the chairs are from a brand called Klum. I bought these before I even moved in because I was quite set on getting cool dining chairs. I went with a light wood with the rattan because I thought it was quite interchangeable. The pink on the legs is more subtle.
One last thing, what about the art on the wall?
So that was from the artist Carla, who I think all her artwork is based around floral vases. Again, just something that really suits my style.
There you go. I know you mentioned that this is one of your favorite, if not your favorite piece in the home. Can you tell us a bit more about it?
So I come across this artist from Instagram, but she's on Etsy. She's called It and Pretty, and she does this sort of pastel kind of, I don't know how to describe it, almost dreamlike scenario setups that really fitted my aesthetic, and some of them almost look like that could be my house kind of thing. And I really love this one in particular, and the dancing tiger lady, just because I think they're sweet, but also not comical, but kind of often I think it's quite hard to find artwork with people and animals in it that suit your style.
That's true.
And I think I was saying that any piece that she's done, I would have it, kind of thing. And I think when you find an artist that you really like, and you would literally have anything that they created.
So now we have the bar. How did this come about?
Well, one, a practical reason, I lacked storage in the kitchen to have space for everything I have.
Yeah.
So it was kind of an idea to make it like a focus piece. I've always loved bar trolleys, especially vintage ones. This one is from eBay. And yeah, just making it something that's decorative and functional. It's easy to move, easy to interchange, and because this space is kind of boxy and there isn't much you can put on this wall without taking up too much space, and Sarah was to move out of this flat. It's something you can take with you. I love collecting glassware. These ones with the flowers were from like a vintage seller on Instagram, whereas some are more from well-known brands like H&M and Anthropology.
We're now in the kitchen. Last space for the main room. How did you transform the space, but like in a renter-friendly way?
Because it's a new building, like all the cabinets and stuff were brand new, and it was quite plain looking. You kind of have a bit of a blank canvas. The easiest way to add character was to like change the backsplash, because originally it was just a white wall, so there was no tiles or anything. It was for like practical and decorative reasons, to stop obviously like food spillages. I found a company who did loads of wallpaper, but also vinyls in kind of prints that were a bit more unique, and I loved the style print with kind of that pinkish sort of brown tone. So that was kind of one of the first things I did to update the kitchen, and it has lasted like well for the 2 years that I've been here. The other way I wanted to add colour was for the appliances. I went on green. These are by DeLonghi. Because I thought it paired nicely with the pink. And then more recently I've got the coffee machine to match. You tend to buy for like practical, you need like a kettle, a toaster, or a microwave. It's one of those things you don't always think of to add colour. But actually there is like cooler options out there. I go by a rule, everything that's out on the sides kind of needs to be visually appealing.
And also like that you chose pink and green, because I would have never thought that they would work.
I think the colours are like intentionally chosen. It's more maybe like the tones tend to go for more muted or like pastels, because I find they flow nicely together. There's always sort of a running theme throughout the whole flat, and that's what I wanted to bring to the kitchen.
Obviously we've talked about the appliances, but can you tell us more maybe about like the brands that you've chosen? And
DeLonghi, I was familiar with them, but I'd never bought anything from them before, and it was just from looking online. And to be honest, they're quite like affordable as well, and they work like amazing.
I see the pot and obviously the pan from Our Place, which is also a brand that I really like. What was your process about like when it came to buying them?
I had like a pan set that I bought with me originally, but they weren't particularly like high quality. And when I come across Our Place, I'd never seen a brand that had incorporated performance of pans with design.
I have the pan and it's really efficient, you know, like it works really well. What kind of drinks do you like to make for yourself here?
So matcha is definitely one that's like a daily thing to have, and then more recently, as I've got like a proper coffee machine, I like enjoy coffee a lot more.
So now we are in the bedroom, which is the last space that we will be touring with you, I guess.
So I wanted like the theme style to continue from like the living room, but almost take a bit more of like a softer palette and like feel and like textures and stuff like that. It's kind of quite limited, the space, like as in terms of what furniture to fit in. So like the bed was definitely going to be like the focus, and then I wanted to create like kind of a bit of symmetry, so it resembled like as if you were going to a hotel, like that luxury of having like a nice bedside table, but then and like matching lamps, but then kind of adding character again with like the smaller pieces, and yeah, it was kind of my aim to get things just to feel like more peaceful and calm, because I wanted this space just to be really for like sleeping, if that makes sense, like zoning this as a really relaxation space. And like that's, I think I'm quite like passionate, I guess, about like that ideology that your bed should just be for sleeping, and that it really does make a difference to your sleep, as opposed to like doing work or like like non-sleep related things here.
And I feel like you can feel it in your space, like how this is like a very soft and like place to relax.
Yeah, and I kept out, like I didn't put a TV or like produce like technology in here again, to like avoid getting in the habit of like watching like something on TV and then like spending the whole morning in here, or on the weekend, as opposed to like getting up and out. And in terms of like routines and things, like I'm quite big on like aromatherapy and like essential oils to make the space relaxing.
Do you have like favorite home decor bits in your bedroom?
I think my favorite piece is the headboard that's from La Redoute. A lot of people think it's like a whole bed, but the base itself is just from like IKEA. It's like a divan bed that I got for storage purposes, and then the headboard's like a freestanding one, and then the lamps, of which are also from Made. I think they fit into like the same collection as the floor one. They kind of look like moons when they're like turned on, and it's just something a bit more like art deco-y.
For someone who's renting their home and who's looking to decorate their bedroom, like is there 1 or 2 tips that comes to mind?
I think renting, like it's good to sort of see your storage pieces as like decorative items, or find as much storage as you can in furniture. So I looked for like bedside tables that had a drawer in it, instead of just being like a table shape, or like a bed that had built-in storage, or like using the radiator cover as like a shelf.
Well, I guess 2 final questions. So the first one is about the brands in this space. Like obviously I don't think we can do like all of the brands. In the video, what we will do is like we'll have a link to your Like to Know It, where your items are listed, so if anyone is interested, you can go and look that up.
My bedding is from a brand called Piglet, which they like specialize in like linen. I think they do cotton, but like linen is their main like thing, and they do bedding and sort of curtains and stuff like that. There's a few things from made.com in here as well, like the lamps and some of the vases and candles. My chair in the corner, which I get a few questions on, is from IKEA. It's not really used that much as a chair in here. It's more just like a cozy spot.
Let's talk about like how you chose what to put on top of the cupboard.
So I wanted it sort of be like a vanity, a bit of a vanity station. So like I always start with the print, and then all these bits were kind of change about quite a lot. But like the hair clips was kind of a focus point, because I like to collect hair clips, more beauty items, and then like this is a jewelry box that also just looks like a decorative item.
I think we're done with the tour. And
well, everyone, thank you so much for watching part 2 of this London apartment tour. I want to first and foremost take the time to thank Steph again, who is at Ohsorented on Instagram, for allowing us to tour her home, giving us so many tips for renter-friendly spaces. Seriously, there's a couple that I want to implement in my space. I also wanted to thank you all for watching this video. I truly hope you enjoyed it. I personally really loved making it and also filming it as well. If you would like to see more apartment tours, there is a playlist with season 1 on my channel, and more episodes are coming for season 2, so definitely subscribe and turn on the notification bell if you want to be the first one to see what's coming next. If you have any questions regarding the episode or even the brands, like I said, there will be links in the description down below with everything that Steph has in her home, and you can check out her Instagram if there are things that you're missing. You can also definitely comment down below. And as always, if you enjoy this content, please like it, subscribe to my channel for more content on home decor, and you can also share this video with anyone you think would like it. Thank you so very much for watching, and I will see you all next Thursday. Bye!